Have you heard the debate, is a vehicle an asset or an investment? Well, whichever you think it is, whichever side you're on, you want to protect it. David Moss Jr. is back here to help us with ways to protect your car, SUV, your truck, any vehicle, because that is key. David, how are you? Welcome back.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back.
So again, this is, kind of steer away from the debate, whether it's an asset or an investment. Either way, people want to know that they're being smart with what they just purchased. What do people need to keep in mind? Absolutely.
Well, I think the first thing to keep in mind here, we were just watching a video backstage about all the pollen in the air. We live here in Florida, so we have a lot of pollen, but we also live right here on the coast, so we have a lot of salt in the air. So a couple things you really got to keep in mind is when you're protecting your vehicle, you're not just protecting it with like a warranty, because that's key, right? That's one of the things. You really want to protect it by sealing the outside of it, making sure your paint stays fresh and shiny for a longer time. You want to make sure the inside of your car stays clean and make sure that you're not, spilling anything, because things like that happen. But if you're spilling something, you want to make sure that it's sealed. Make sure that you're not going to have all these stains in your car, because that not only obviously looks cleaner, it's nicer, but it also keeps the value of your car much higher for much longer. Okay, so that all sounds well, and I know you've got little ones, especially when you're coming to the inside of the car, and I'm thinking, how do you keep it clean in the inside? What are some tips? Let's start with the outside first. How do you seal it? Talk about that. So at our dealership at Moss Nissan, we came up with, we have this really great partner that creates chemicals, and these chemicals are amazing. And what we've decided is we wanted to come up with something that it's not like a wax that just makes the car look shinier, but something that actually seals the outside of your car and protects it for longer, protects it from the harmful rays, protects it from bird droppings and bug splats and stuff like that. So there's all kinds of different products out there, but we have them at Moss Nissan, and it's part of our Moss Care package, which is pretty cool. Protects the whole outside of your vehicle. And then once you work your way inside, we also seal the entire inside of the vehicle, which protects. It's kind of like a Scotch guard, but it's a little bit more higher powered, where it's going to really protect from stains, because things like spilling a smoothie, spilling coffee, or having the little ones make some messes, it's going to happen. So making it easier to clean up is always a nice thing to have, right? Any other ways, along with the warranty, that I definitely do want to touch on, that people can kind of protect their car, keep it nice? Absolutely. One of the things too is we don't realize, but what connects the car to the road is your tires. And I would say one of the biggest things that as a driver we need to be aware of is making sure our tires aren't overinflated or underinflated, making sure it's the right inflation. And putting oxygen in your tires is good, but you can also put nitrogen in your tires. And putting nitrogen in your tires keeps your tires the right PSI a lot longer. So it's going to prevent you from having any issues with your tires and keeping you a lot safer on the road, which would not only protect you, but protect your car as well. Can I wait until the little light comes on my dashboard to tell me about my tires being off, or is this something that you need to do before that little light comes on? You can, but you can always check. You can wait for the light to come up on your dash, but I would definitely recommend, if you haven't checked it in a long time, just get it checked out, just to make sure that everything's running smooth, because it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Yes, and when you're walking off and you've got the new car, a new SUV there, and you're talking warranty, what are some things for people to keep in mind? What are a few do's and don'ts in closing? Well, I would definitely keep your options open. There's a lot of great options out there of protecting your vehicle. There's a lot of great options out there and having a warranty just in case. So definitely do your homework. Just make sure that you don't just buy the first thing that comes to your mailbox. Make sure you don't buy the first warranty that's presented to you. Make sure that you do some research and make sure that it's going to cover the things that maybe you've experienced in the past that have failed or broken, and you want to make sure that it's covered in the future, right? But I know also dealerships too have their own. I know you guys are very proud of what you can offer too. Absolutely. We do have our Moss Care package, and it comes on every vehicle, and we've done the research and we found what most people here in Florida are going to add to their vehicles, and we went ahead and put it on their vehicles to protect it, because we want the cars to last. We want the car's paint to last long. We want the values to stay high for our customers and obviously for the futures. And it takes off something on the to-do list. Exactly. You guys are taking care of it. As always, if you want to go ahead and visit David Moss Jr., there's the information on the screen along with a website. Always appreciate your tips and your time. Thanks for coming in.